Good morning. Happy hump day. Good morning, cement shoes. Damn it, you're first this morning. Way to go. How are you doing this morning? Hold on one sec. You know, Ladybug's scratching the damn door to come out here. She can't stand it if I'm out of her sight, y'all. She's totally obsessed with me. Come on, you little stalker. And you better not be bothering the squirrel. I put them in the house because the squirrels try to sneak up and get food while they're out here, and it makes them bark and all that. Good morning, Vicky. And they were barking at my special needs squirrel. I forgot to tell y'all about her. I noticed a squirrel on my porch was missing her back left foot. Yeah, I call her Johnny because she reminds me of a parrot, peg legged. Yeah, bless her little heart, she's missing her foot. It doesn't look like it was ripped off. I looked up online and it's like that could have happened in the nest. She loves you. Yeah, she's totally obsessed with me. Lady is my dog. She can't stand for me to be over her side. Come here, Lady. Come over here and sit. Sit down, baby. Good girl. And she thinks like every moment of the day should be love fest. You know, just sitting and petting and loving her all day long. Hey, if y'all's on my TikTok, if you follow me on TikTok, check out the video I put up this morning of the raccoon mama and her babies on my porch last night. I was out here with them. The mama tried to approach me. That part's not up on TikTok, and I kind of backed up a little bit, and she did too because I wasn't sure. I mean, she wasn't being aggressive, but I didn't want to get bit by a raccoon. You know. Sorry, I spelled your name wrong. My coffee hasn't kicked in. My coffee hasn't kicked in either. So this morning we're going to be talking about Alex Murdaugh. He's back. He's back in the news. Him and his suicide hitman have been indicted on drug trafficking charges, and we're going to read that article. Hold on, before we get well, I'll do this at the end. I wanted to show y'all my mugs in case y'all wanted to order a mug and, you know, drink coffee with me. I have a coffee with CC mug in the mornings. Let's see. Let me find my article. The people watching replay don't want to hear about my animals, I suppose. Oh, update on my feral kitten. She's coming around. I should call her Sassy instead of like Miss Kitty from Gunsmoke. Um, because she's like she whines and she hisses and she cries at me. She wants me to touch her, but she's scared for me to. So yesterday I sent you know who? I'm not going to say his name on here because there's a weirdo that watches me and comments. I sent him to get some kitty food for her, some little bitty dry kitty food for kittens and some fancy feast. And the cat food is like really, really teeny. The pieces, it's for kittens. I think it's called Special Kitty. It's supposed to be good for her. Hopefully, she comes around soon and lets me pet her and stuff because I'm going to keep her and I'm going to have her fixed. And she's going to be Annabelle's cat. During the winter, she'll be nice and warm with Annabelle over there, and she'll never have to go without food. Yeah, I want to tame her and keep her. I'm gonna get a picture of her and show you guys. She's like calico, but it's like a dark calico, and she's got like little swirls in her fur. She's really really cute. Y'all, I've got to stop feeding out these damn animals. I'm feeding two mama coons. One's got four babies. One's got two babies. Um, I'm feeding a feral kitten. I'm feeding all the birds and squirrels. I mean, it's gotten out of hand. Let me see who's come in the chat. I've been running my mouth. Hey, Melanie. Good morning. You know, not to mention my animals I feed. Hey, Hibiscus. Good morning. Okay, let's see what's going on with this weirdo. Alex Murdaugh. You would think that would be pronounced Murdaugh. Indicted on drug trafficking charges along with hitman and botched suicide plot. It says on Tuesday, jailed South Carolina Alex Murdaugh and the man he allegedly paid to fatally shoot him last year were indicted on drug-related charges. Um, Greenville News reported that Alex and Curtis Smith, 61, are charged with 2 counts of conspiracy, one in which involves oxycodone. Smith was also charged with money laundering, forgery, and additional drug trafficking charges. The indictment issued in Colton County accuses the pair of facilitating the acquisition and distribution of illegal obtained narcotics throughout multiple counties. The document also said that Alex and Curtis and others conspired to buy and distribute oxycodone between October 2013 and September 2021, according to the Greenville News. See, I told you he'd been on them pills for a long time. And Alex tried to act like he just got on them after the murder of his wife and son. Bullshit. Okay. Between October 2017 and February 2021, Alex allegedly gave Smith at least 437 checks. I don't know how to read this number. I think it's totaling $2 million, y'all. All of the checks were reportedly less than 10,000 to avoid the banks reporting the amounts in accordance with the law. Smith was to cash the checks and withdraw the money, which Alex would then use to continue a myriad or something of unlawful activities, the indictment stated. Curtis Smith remains jailed on a $250,000 bond, while Alex remains jailed on a $7 million bond. Let's not forget he was already facing 700 years in prison if convicted. Alex was arrested in October for allegedly stealing $4.3 million from the estate of his former housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield, who suffered a fatal fall on his property in February 2018. In that case, he is accused of stealing insurance payouts that were intended for Satterfield's family. Authorities recently announced plans to exhume Satterfield's body amid an ongoing probe. Hey, he probably pushed her down or hit her in the head, then made it look like she fell or something, so that he could convince her family to sue him, sue his insurance, and then he could steal that money. It's probably just one big scheme. He probably murdered her. Um, at the time of his arrest in October, Alex was out on bail and undergoing treatment at a rehabilitation center in Florida. Alex went to Florida after he survived an alleged suicide for hire plot that entailed Curtis Smith, the former client and distant cousin. Oh, I didn't know they were distant cousins. Shooting him in the head so his surviving son would receive a $10 million life insurance payout. The September 3rd incident resulted in him being charged with insurance fraud. You know what? I was thinking about something this morning, guys. If this Curtis Smith would try to shoot Alex in the head so it could look like suicide, if he's capable of going along with something like that, he's capable of helping Alex murder his wife and son. That's what I was thinking this morning. Okay. A day before the shooting, Alex was forced out of his family's law firm amid allegations he misappropriated funds. He announced he was entering rehabilitation for drugs 2 days after the shooting. What a disgrace to his family. Like that, his ancestors built that freaking law firm many, many moons ago. Since then, Alex has been charged with 74 counts, and he has been accused of stealing money from a slew of clients and his former law firm. Yeah, he's facing 700 years for that, if convicted. Earlier this month, South Carolina Supreme Court suspended Alex's law license for allegedly stealing funds from his former law firm. Last week, Alex waived his rights to a hearing and said he will accept whatever penalty the court hands down. Isn't that honorable? Which can include disbarment. The court wrote, there is no factual dispute about whether respondent engaged in dishonest conduct. respondent's admission in the criminal proceedings that he engaged in conduct that violates the rules of professional conduct satisfies ODC's burden of proof that that same misconduct in connection with the pending disciplinary proceedings. Oh, it's just a matter of time before they figured out he had his wife and son killed. You know he did. I mean, of course, if he was in the drug business, he could have pissed someone off. He could have, ripped someone off, a big time drug dealer, and they come and murdered his family. I guess that's possible, but I think he's involved. I need to look at the chat here. I'm starting to look at these two weirdos. Look at that guy's eyebrow. He looks like a criminal. Distant cousin. Don't see no resemblance. Some red hair going on there. His son Paul was redheaded. Okay, let's stop screen sharing that for a second. Let's go to the chat. Hey, Mike. I think Maggie and Paul had two killers, different guns. Paul at close range, Maggie afar. Yeah, that is a good possibility, Cement Shoes. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to get Lady. She's trying to get my squirrels. Hold on a minute. You get over here and quit that. Stop that. That's very rude. Um, and it's possible Cement Shoes there was one killer and he used two different guns. I think Curtis Smith is involved in those deaths some way. I mean, if he would go along with shooting his own distant cousin in the freaking head in a suicide plot there, um, he would go along with murder. He'd go along with anything for some cash. They're all damn corrupt. Now, I don't know about Alex's other brothers if they're corrupt, but Alex is sure is corrupt, and his son was too. I know you're not supposed to talk about the deceased, but he wasn't a nice young man. A spoiled brat, out drinking and driving, using his older brother's ID to buy alcohol, getting drunk, acting crazy, driving a boat. The other passengers telling him to slow down. He was going really fast on the boat that night that he wrecked and killed Mallory Beach. He was drunk, um, just acting crazy. His friend said that when he would get drunk, he would take his shirt off and like beat on his chest, want to fight people, just a pure prick, you know, when he was drinking. Anyways, they begged him to slow down that night. He hit something in the boat and it threw 19-year-old Mallory Beach from the boat. And it was a week before they found that young girl's body. So Paul was in trouble with all that at the time of his murder. And also, the Beach family was suing the Murdaugh family because of it. See, that night when they were on the boat, they stopped. They stopped in the boat at like a little pier that had like a bar. And Paul and some of his friends went in there and bought beer. Paul had Buster's ID, his older brothers. So I think his dad wanted him dead because, it's costing him money. He was too much trouble. I think he wanted Maggie dead because she was going to divorce him. That was going to cost him money. And he's like, I'll have them murdered and collect on their insurance. I think that's what he was thinking. I can't stand people who act like that drunk when they ruin everyone else's fun. I know. His friend said that he had an alter ego when he drank. They called it Timothy. The Timothy would come out. He'd start beating on his chest and just, acting crazy. Completely crazy. Hold on. Let me refresh this stream here so I can catch up with the chat. Anyways, we'll keep following this weirdo story. It seems like to me, whether he's charged with murder or not, he's going to prison for a very long time. He'll never get out. Money's not going to buy him out of this. It's over. The ride is over for him. His world has crumbled. It's not crumbling, it's come crashing down. And I believe he killed Gloria Satterfield. He killed her so he could convince her sons to sue his insurance and he could steal the money. That's what I think. I don't think she fell down the steps. Did she fell down the step? They said she fell down going up. I don't mean most people fall going down. I fell down going the I fell down the steps one time, fractured my elbow. If the truth's known, she's probably got like they're exhuming her, going to do another autopsy. She's probably got like blunt force trauma in the back of the head. Yeah. I believe she probably knew too much or maybe she didn't know nothing, but she had worked for him for like 20 some years. He was probably just desperate for money and set it up to make it to kill her and make it look like an accident so he could steal the insurance money. That's what I think. So let's move on to Harmony Montgomery. Hold on. I gotta find it. Um, her dad's, I shouldn't even say dad, the monster biological father was in court, or his lawyers were. Oh, yeah, Madam Perv got 20 years in prison, y'all. Ghislaine Maxwell, by the way. Hold on. Right here it is. So this little girl has been missing for a long time, and nobody, let's see, how long has she been missing? Since 2019. Hold on. Shared here. We'll listen to what they was saying in court about him. I didn't listen to it this morning. Let's see. Look at him. He's got those Manson eyes, y'all. Look at her. So sweet. Hearing a missing Harmony Montgomery case as dad faces multiple charges. New Hampshire state prosecutor and attorneys for Adam Montgomery appeared in court Tuesday in Manchester to discuss upcoming trial dates. Adam Montgomery, the father of missing Harmony Montgomery, who was charged with assault in January in connection with the 2019 incident when he allegedly struck his daughter. At the time, he had physical custody of Harmony, who hasn't been seen since 2019. Adam's defense team wants state prosecutors to provide police body cam as evidence in the case. Adam was arrested after a family member came forward about the alleged abuse. Investigators spoke to Adam's brother Michael, who said the defendant gave Harmony a black eye. Police then reached out to Adam's cousin Kevin, who witnessed the alleged incident. I bashed her around the house, Adam Montgomery said to, according to Kevin. Hey, he wouldn't have done that in front of me. He might have done it, but I'd have took something and I'd have knocked his damn brains out. And that child would not have left with him. It would have been over my dead body. What's wrong with these people? I mean, really. I know I shouldn't blame them, but I mean, like, that's like not going to happen in front of me. I don't give a damn who it is, my brother, whoever. If it was my own son and I seen him do my grandchild that way or anybody, oh my gosh, it'd be bad. So Kevin told investigators that Adam was upset at Harmony when her infant brother started crying because he told her to keep an eye on him. Hey, that was your job to watch the baby, not Harmony's. In anger, Adam allegedly spanked Harmony, made her scrub a toilet with a toothbrush, forced her to stand in the corner for hours. I like to hold his head down in an old nasty toilet. Drown his weirdo ass. Manchester police told WMUR that all sworn officers have been wearing body cameras since December 2019. Former county attorney Patty LaFrance told the outlet that Adam Montgomery's lawyers are likely requesting the body cam footage as inculpatory evidence. What does that mean? it is inculpatory evidence, then the defense may seek to keep it from coming in and say to the judge, we're looking for this evidence. They did not turn it over. They do not get to use it because it's too late, LaFrance said. Montgomery didn't appear himself at the Hillsborough Superior Court, but his lawyers and the prosecution discussed plans of potentially starting the trial in November or December. He's also facing a separate weapons charge. Okay, so we're going to read this. Hold on, let me get a cigarette. I'm sorry, guys, that I say mean things about this weirdo, like holding his head down in the toilet. I just can't help it. I'm not professional. And when I read this shit right here, it pisses me off. To think about that son of a bitch giving her a black eye and making her scrub the toilet with a toothbrush. I like See, it makes me want to say I'd like to drown his ass in that freaking toilet. Let me look at my live chat for a minute. We're going to refresh our memory about Harmony. Exculpatory evidence proves innocence. Okay. Makes look guilty. Okay, so that's what that word means. Okay, thank you. See, that's why I like y'all. Y'all can help me. Some words I don't know. If I don't know something, I usually look it up if I can't ask somebody. Okay. Where is Harmony? According to Manchester police, Harmony was officially reported missing in December 2021. Okay. Although she reportedly has not been seen in years. Court documents released earlier this year indicate that police received a call from Harmony's biological mother, Crystal Sorey, on November 18, 2021, who claimed her daughter was missing. Crystal told police that Adam had physical custody of the girl, and she couldn't get in touch with him. What judge in their right mind would give him custody of her? Sorey added that she lost custody of Harmony in 2018 due to drug issues. Adam Montgomery, according to Sorey, blocked her calls and blocked her from social media. Didn't allow her to speak to Harmony after Easter 2019. Why didn't she roll up at the house knocking on the door then? Huh? New Hampshire police reached out to the New Hampshire Department of Children's Services to locate Adam. But by December 27th, 2021, the agency couldn't find him. Police began searching for Adam Montgomery when they learned that Harmony had not been physically seen since October or November of 2019. I can't believe, her murder could have been prevented if his relatives that knew he was abusing Harmony had have done the right damn thing and quit being uh, pussies. I mean, how did they sleep at night knowing that he was abusing that little girl? Okay, on December 31st, 2021, police located Adam sleeping in a car in New Hampshire with his current girlfriend. The girlfriend told police that Adam never once talked about Harmony. Adam reportedly told police that Harmony's mother came to pick her up in Manchester around Thanksgiving 2019. Adam claimed he hadn't seen his daughter since. Police said Adam's statements were inconsistent and secretive, with the suspect telling them such things uh, as, I have nothing to say, and if I'm not under arrest, I'm leaving. He was subsequently arrested and charged with assault for the 2019 incident. Earlier this month, he was charged with 8 firearm related charges. No one has been charged with Harmony's disappearance. Well, I think, hey, if he had custody of the child and the child has disappeared, nobody has seen her in years, they ought to be able to charge him with that. They ought to be able to charge him with something for that, in my opinion. Let's watch this for a second. Let's see what they say. I'll have to mute. Damn freaking weirdo. He deserves to be like hung out in the court square or stoned
All
by
right,
all
good
the
morning,
people in the
everybody.
community, stoned to death.
We're here for
Because he done something to her. Hold on. What's going on?
dispositional conferences in 2 cases. And then I know there's some motions filed for which I don't have responses, so I at least want to get a check in on those. I'll let you look like you're ready to speak. Attorney Ellis.
I gotta mute.
Okay, good.
So on the discovery motion, that motion at this point is basically moot. The discovery that was requested regarding the body camera footage has been provided to the defense. In fact, we provided all body camera footage associated with the case up to this point. So,
All right, let me just check. Attorney Smith, is that correct? Is it moot? And I'll just mark it as moot?
I assume it is. I have not seen it all. I was in trial last week, so I will be starting, but I assume that it is moot, that they have been provided.
All right, we can do one of 2 things. I can leave it pending and you can file the withdrawal
Guys,
of the
do we
motion.
need to listen to all
To review
18
the
minutes of this?
discovery. I can mark it as moot.
Tell me in the
Now
chat.
you can review the
What do you
discovery
think?
and file a motion for reconsideration if for some reason it's not all there.
I am fine with marking it moot, and if I come across something that was not covered, filing.
Because I got another weirdo that looks like she's a zombie off The Walking Dead we need to talk about. She was a babysitter and she let a 15-month-old baby get a hold of multiple narcotics, and the baby died. And if you look at this woman, you'll think to yourself, why in the hell would anybody let her babysit for them the way she looks? I mean, you could just tell she's strung out. So yeah, do y'all think we should listen to this hearing? It's like 18 minutes. I'm going to look at the chat. Tell me what y'all think. Cannot believe I made it 3 days in a row. So they say, hey, Colleen. Hey, guys. Let me catch up my chat. Do y'all think we should listen to all this hearing or not? I guess we could. Hold on.
Something else. Okay. So I'm just gonna.
Damn rooster.
I will. I'll mark that as moot, so we can move on. Then there was a second motion.
and then on the motion to sever, the state assents to that motion. It legally makes sense to sever the second-degree assault from the other charges in that case.
Okay. So I can, if you're not planning on filing anything, I'll just note that the state assents on the record and that the motion is granted. All right. So let me ask the state. We have the two. Well, now we'll need 3 trial dates. So I look to the state first to see which one you are looking to go forward on first.
So in the state's opinion, it would make the most sense to try the gun charges first, the armed career criminal and the related charges on that docket. And that's the one the state would like to proceed on first.
Okay.
Let's
So-
spit it. Let's
Has an offer
spit it
been-
out,
has an offer
guys.
been made?
We've been in discussion.
Okay, Vicky.
Talking about sort of, I guess you could say playing with some numbers back and forth. No formal offer has been made at this point, but we've been in discussions about what I would say maybe a potential resolution.
So Attorney Smith, I don't know if you're looking for a deadline for a formal offer or do you wanted to keep the lines of communication open?
That's a little different. The state has contacted me. I was in trial at the time, told me thoughts. I was essentially a sponge taking it. Discussions is sort of the wrong word. So possibly a deadline, but I don't know if it would be fruitful or not.
Right. I'm just talking about a deadline for them giving you an offer and your response, which.
I don't think it's necessary because of the interplay of 3 separate charges. I think if there's discussions that will be had, we will do it timely.
All right. So I'll just note that no formal offer has been made, but the parties are talking, and I'll leave it at that. I don't see, you're all experienced. I don't see any need for setting a deadline on that. Attorney Smith, I'm going to look to you. Any suppression issues that you're aware of, and do you need any extensions of the deadline, or just right now per the rule?
Well, one of the questions that I have, the gun charges have not been indicted. Is that right?
They have.
Okay. So that happened while I was in trial. Okay.
I received notice on Friday.
Yeah, I think they just came through.
Okay.
Let me just take a quick look.
So I was still in
Yes,
trial at
yeah.
that point and had not checked through.
So they just came through on the 21st. So I don't know whether there will be any,
They're different than the
original.
She's a cuckoo lawyer, y'all. She's cuckoo.
But I'll let you decide. You know, if it is, they'll schedule for an arraignment and you can file later or not. So the indictments are in. So,
Okay.
So what do you want to do about, I can indicate suppression if there is any per the rule. And then if you need an extension, you can just file a request, talk to the state.
Well, I assume that I'm working on all three at the same time, no matter which one goes first. And there are potential suppression issues.
I wouldn't want her representing me.
So I would like some extension, perhaps 30 days from today. And I'll be working on all three cases.
I bet she's a sucky lawyer. Sure to get him to tell what he did with Harmony. Try to get him a plea deal. She was
August
smart.
1st.
Do the right thing.
Great.
Where's Harmony at? Because he did something to
Any
her. He probably
competency
beat her
issues you're
to
aware
death,
of? Yeah.
guys, and buried her
And
somewhere.
motions in limine will be due, and we
I
can
hate to
talk
say
about this
that,
as we
but
go
that's
on.
what I
But
think.
the rule says 5 days in advance. I always require 15 days. That allows the opposing party to respond and time for hearing if necessary. But I encourage any limine motions to be, that's just a deadline, but I encourage you to do them sooner. So, but the filing deadline for those will be 15 days prior to the final pretrial. So that is different from the rules, so please make a note of it. How many days do you anticipate this case will be?
Roughly 3 days.
Does that sound about right?
3 to 4, I think.
He's going to prison on those gun charges,
so-
yeah.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
when.
It's just a matter of time before they
so I
figure
guess
out what he done to
Look
Harmony.
you first, Attorney O'Neill, or I guess Attorney Smith, if you thought about this, taking into consideration your other obligations, and that there are the 3 cases, assuming this goes first, give me a ballpark of when you would like to see this tried.
I have trials in September, a manslaughter in October with vacation shortly after, so I was hoping mid-November onward.
Hey,
So
screw your vacation, lady.
the court's trial schedule is a jury selection 11/7,
You'd be
November
trying to
7th,
get him
or
to
December
admit
12th.
what he done to Harmony. Maybe he could get a plea deal some
And
kind.
there are,
if
I can
he
tell you, there are a number of other cases
confess
on this
and
docket.
lead him to the body.
This will be heard depending on, what the other cases are, whether people are incarcerated, how long they've been incarcerated, and so forth. But
So I would say December 12th, if that's okay.
Attorney O'Neill, does that work for you?
The one thing I would alert for the court is that I have a jury selection scheduled for December 12th, in this case, on another incarcerated defendant who's actually,
In this court, did you say?
it's with Judge Anderson.
Okay.
But it's an incarcerated defendant who was actually arrested and has been held longer than Mr. Montgomery, so I assume, just leave it at that case may take priority.
And how many days is that case?
That case would potentially be a lengthy case. It's a complicated case that could take upwards of a week.
Mr. Montgomery is freaking a
So
monster.
both of these in that trial period is probably not high, but things change. So the question is,
Damn, I hate these hearings. They're so damn
do you
long.
want to put them both on the docket? And, in the event that they're both would otherwise get reached, obviously, we can't do both cases at the same time. It would cause this one to move off, or do you want to move it out?
I was going to ask about the November date then.
The November date works for me.
Uh-oh, my Wi-Fi's
So
bad,
let me just
guys.
take a look at the court's.
Barely good at this. I wish they'd hurry up. I want to talk about that other weirdo.
It is a long list. The November list is a long list, but
I just kind of wanted to listen to
we
what
have
they
been finding
say,
that
and I
we're
know I
reaching-
read it, but
most cases, I'm not seeing anything on here that at least I'm currently aware of is a longstanding incarcerated defendant.
I'd
but I
like
could be
to
wrong
see
about
this
that.
son of a bitch put to death.
So
I know
think
that he's
we
not
can
been
certainly put it
charged
on that list
with her
and,
murder, but I know he murdered her.
hopefully
I
we'll be
just
able
know
to
it in my
reach it.
heart and gut.
So, okay, so that would leave us,
And I would
How
ask Your
about
Honor
let's
if
charge the
we
people
not
that
go
knew
the
about
first
the
week
abuse and
because,
didn't report it?
to
How
pick-
about that?
You have a few weeks of the
2
jury.
weeks, so we
I
pick
go
on the
on
7th,
jury duty
and then it
July
would be the week of
11th.
the 7th and the week
Oh
of the
my
14th.
goodness.
I
After
guess
the
closer to
trial,
final
let us know
pretrial,
what
I
it was about.
Make that request, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, and I'll make I can make a notation on the dispo form
Thank
that
you.
the second week is better, but there's always a lot of moving parts here, so I can't make any guarantees. The October 22nd would be the final, October 27th would be the final pretrial date for that. Are you in trial then, Attorney Smith?
That might be bordering on vacation, but
As
I
get
just
closer,
thought we should
if you wanna
listen
move that,
to
that's
this
fine. What I do
because
ask
we have
is
been following her
if we're gonna
case.
move
I
it,
was
we
before I
need
went
to
on
move it
break.
sooner, not after that date, because then it becomes very difficult to schedule the other trials that are in that period. So if you need to move it, that shouldn't be a problem. Just make sure that you get that request in well in advance so that we can move it up, not move it later. Okay.
thank you.
Okay. So, and jury selection will be 11/7. All right. Anything else we can accomplish on this?
Not from the state.
All right, do you want to go ahead and schedule the other 2 cases as well at this point?
Okay, we get the gist of it. I'll get the link to this if anybody wants to watch it all. I want to talk about Harmony a few more minutes, and then move on to the Walking Dead zombie that let a 15-month-old baby get a hold of drugs. Right there is the link to that hearing. We'll just have to keep following Harmony's case and see what happens. Now, y'all can disagree with me if you want, but I think this cousin, uncle, whoever that knew that he was abusing Harmony should be charged if they didn't report it right away. And I don't believe they did. This could have been prevented. Her disappearance could have been prevented. Now, I hope and pray that I'm wrong and that she is safe somewhere. Um, but I think more than likely, this is just my opinion and theory, that he beat her to death and went and buried her somewhere because he was abusing her, making her scrub the toilet with a toothbrush, giving her a black eye because a baby was crying, expecting a little girl to watch a little bitty baby. He's a piece of shit, son of a bitch. Let me share their picture again. Bless her little heart. Looks like she had something wrong with her eyes. How in the hell did he get custody of her? I mean, you can look at him and tell he's a piece of crap. And he admitted to his uncle that he blacked her eye and thumped her around. What a scumbag. If someone said that to me, I'd knock their damn teeth down their throat. If they even if they would beat the hell out of me, I'd still try to get a hold of their asses. Such a sad, sad case. That's why I don't like covering these kids' cases. When I read about it, I could just see it in my head, him making her scrub that damn toilet with the toothbrush. Oh, and it made me so mad. It just makes me want to just put his damn head down in the toilet and not let it up. That's what he deserves. These sons of bitches that kill kids, they should have, the way they kill the kid is what they should get for their punishment. Just beat to death like he probably did Harmony. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's move on. Let's pray there's an update in this case, like an update like they find out what happened to her. Bless her heart. Okay. I wanted to show y'all the Walking Dead babysitter. If I can get past the damn ads here. I can't believe anybody would let this get pulled out. Screen share. Y'all gotta see this. She looks like one of the zombies from The Walking Dead. She's probably done drugs probably for 40, 50 years. Look at this crap. Look at her. Strung out. Exposed to multiple narcotics. She had fentanyl in her system and everything. Let's see what she had. Fentanyl, benzodiazepine. 59-year-old Georgia babysitter's been charged with murder in the death of a 15-month-old child who tested positive for multiple drugs, including fentanyl, benzodiazepine. Athens Clarke County police say they were called on Saturday by Children's Hospital of Georgia in August about a baby who'd been transferred to them from a hospital in Athens. The child tested positive for several narcotics, the hospital said. Later, doctors told police the child died, and the preliminary investigation attributed to the death to exposure to narcotics. Police arrested Pamela Graves. She looks like she's been in the damn grave of Elberton on Tuesday after determining the child was under her care at the time of the exposure. In addition to murder, Graves was charged with possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. Investigators said they have not yet determined how the child was exposed to drugs. Now, somewhere I read she had fentanyl in her. Oh, right here, including fentanyl and benzodiazepine. What is benzodiazepine? Is that like Valium? Xanax? What? What is that benzo? I mean, hold on a minute. She looks like the freaking somebody that freshly crawled out of the freaking grave and is a freaking zombie. She's done so many damn drugs. Hey, I don't care to bash her. The bitch let a baby die of drug overdose. I mean, and who would let this woman babysit their child? Look at her. You can tell she's strung out. Probably another druggie. Guarantee it. They'd have to be on drugs to let this witch, this freaking Walking Dead zombie, babysit their child. Lord have mercy. Hold on a minute. Let me get back to my chat here. Scary. She looks like the crypt keeper's grandmother. She does look like the crypt keeper, guys. She really does. Oh my gosh. How scary. Hey, the parents should be charged too. Because you can look at this lady and tell she's on drugs. Having fentanyl around babies and stuff. There's some sorry ass people in the world. I'm glad she's charged with murder. It is murder. You don't leave medication laying around children. And Lord have mercy, like I said, who in their right mind would let the crypt keeper's grandmother babysit their child? You could tell she's done drugs for many, many years. Many years. Hard drugs. We're not talking about a pot smoker or somebody that might take a pain pill every now and then or a Xanax. Talking about somebody that probably shoots up heroin, fentanyl, probably smoked some meth, probably done it 40 years or more, 30 at least. I wouldn't trust her with the house plant. No. Hell, I wouldn't trust her with a warthog or something. I'm telling you. Lord have mercy. Parents should be charged for leaving them. For leaving that child with her. She's obviously on drugs. Hey, Charles T. How are you doing? I know people's like, oh, you shouldn't bash people's looks. These are weirdos. I do not care to bash their looks. Look at her. I don't feel a bit sorry for her. I don't care what kind of hard life she's had. Hey, we've all had it rough. Trust and believe I've had it rough. Myself. No excuse. No excuse. I can't even look at it. She reminds me of a Walking Dead episode where the Whisperers was this group of people that walked with the zombies, and what they do is cut a dead zombie's face off, make them a zombie mask. And one of the zombie masks, they cut off a woman that looked just like her. That's what it reminds me of. That Walking Dead episode. Sorry ass woman. I hope they put her under the damn jail. It's good for her. Scary. It's beyond scary. I don't have the freaking words. I don't have the words. Now, some people might say, oh, that woman's probably had a hard life. Tough titty, said the kitty. But the milk's still good. I mean, tough titty. We've all had a rough life. No excuse to and the parents should be charged. She shouldn't have been babysitting no baby to begin with. That poor child didn't have a chance in this world. She could have gotten a role in the Winter's Bone. Lord have mercy. She could have gotten a role on the freaking Walking Dead, and they wouldn't have had to done no special effects makeup. She looks like a freaking zombie. She does look like the crypt keeper. She's even got them pointed ears. I wonder what her rap sheet looks like. I would love to know what her rap sheet looks like. Lord, that poor child. There's so many kids in the world that is in that situation right now. So many innocent babies and stuff. It's heartbreaking and it pisses me off. I know I shouldn't think bad things, but sometimes I think, somewhere in the world right now, there's a kid being beaten, tortured, locked away somewhere. And it's the truth. It's just, it's heartbreaking. These cases, they really piss me off. Let's see. I guess that's enough true crime this morning. It's getting me down. It really is. Thinking about these poor kids. Cece, what was her age? The crypt keeper. Oh, yeah. What was her age? I'm forgetful this morning. I smoked a big one before I went live. Um, let's go down to the crypt keeper. She wasn't very old. Hold on. It didn't say Pamela Graves of Elberton. It didn't say her age. Let me click on this one thing and see. The Athens Banner Herald. She's 59. The suspect, Pamela Graves, 59, of Elberton. Let me, hold on. Freaking ad. 59 years old. Oh my gosh. Guys, my granny is, see, I'm 42. My granny's 82. And she looks like, oh my gosh, like 100 times older than my granny. Okay, so right here, 59, Elberton. She's from Georgia. Da-da-da-da. So this happened like last August, and she was just arrested Saturday. And she had drugs on her at the time. You know it. Like she's about 120 years old, guys. Jesus Christ. Oh, anyways, guys. Uh-oh. I guess that's enough true crime for today. I'm going to get off here. Thanks for chatting with me this morning. I appreciate it. And hey, if you guys want a coffee with CC paw print mug or a rooster mug, I put the links in the description. Check it out. They're cute. The paw print one is really cute. I like the rooster one too because, like, the rooster sitting on top of like one of the letters in coffee. It's really cute. Anyways, y'all have a great day. I will see y'all in the morning. Be safe, be kind, and peace.